Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and welcome to Overwatch Central. So a couple of weeks ago, one of the subs got in touch with me and said, hey, check out the Genji lines from Heroes of the Storm, as there's some pretty great ones that you will enjoy. So that video was me sharing the Genji voice lines, and most people liked how the video was formatted and what we spoke about. So I thought I'd do the same with D.Va again, who also has some pretty funny voice lines in Heroes of the Storm. One of the complaints we got last time was that I waffled on for too long at the start, so I'm going to get straight into this. So to begin with, I want to start with D.Va's sass, talking about the system of her not being the MVP, and also her engineers that seem to have broken defense matrix.
If you ever see anyone else get MVP, that's just the system being broken. D.Va #1 take KR! Hey! My defense matrix button is stuck again! Didn't my engineers just patch this?
Now it sounds like D.Va's become the D.Va mains with almost all of the complaining, and I do feel that the in inverted commas engineers might be a reference to the changes that Blizzard put under D.Va with the significant nerfs that she received.
Oh, is this like Fighters of the Storm 2? Because I used to main Garrosh.
Fighters of the Storm is of course the Street Fighter Heroes of the Storm combination arcade game that you can find in the spawns of some of the maps. Kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit there, but of course D.Va was going to mention it as she loves her games.
Oh, a fan, huh? Oh, well, who can blame you?
Of course D.Va is a Starcraft professional, but also live streams all of her games as well, meaning that she does have a couple of unique messages to her fans for sure.
Quick shout out to my fans! Thanks for all the love and support! Winky face? Oh, okay. Question from the chat. Where do all the mecha you detonate come from? Great question, Cryptic Spoon. No idea, but thanks for asking.
Now I'm not necessarily sure if the username Cryptic Spoon is in reference to anything in particular, but of course, Twitch chat always asks the most important questions.
Check out who's guesting on my stream! D.Va exclusive!
She says this to a number of people, and obviously you can imagine their reaction, not being best impressed with D.Va's antics whilst being on livestream.
Talent? That seems generous.
I don't know what it is about this comment in particular, I just kind of like the sass that we're getting from D.Va, so here are a couple more sassy lines from the woman herself.
Are you Bronze League? Get good or get wrecked. Ugh, so salty. Blizzard Classic? Blizzard Ancient? Guys, wasting left clicks doesn't count as raising your APM, you know.
Now APM is obviously a big thing for Starcraft, its actions per minute. It's still important in Overwatch, but certainly not at the same level that it is for RTS games. Of course, D.Va has a really high APM and knows a lot about the situation, as she uses that skills for defense matrix. But of course, for anybody that actually plays D.Va, all you're doing is holding right click. So I feel it's a little bit hypocritical there, D.Va, but only a little bit.
Oh yeah, Zerg Rush!
Zerg Rush, really popular strategy all the way from Starcraft again, but is used in other games, which is basically just constantly spamming a point with low-level people. Happens in World of Warcraft now and again. When you die, you just come back and keep fighting, die again, and you just keep this momentum going. Death by 1,000 cuts almost.
Zombies? So, turn of the century.
I'm sure Call of Duty would disagree with you there, D.Va, but don't pick on the zombie characters in Heroes of the Storm, please. Now, D.Va has a couple of reactions and interactions with some of the rest of the cast for Heroes of the Storm. She obviously recognises the Starcraft characters straight away, such as Zeratul and co.
No way! Are you from Starcraft? This is so crazy! No one's gonna believe I met someone from Starcraft. Can we take a selfie?
But also is a big fan of Kerrigan.
Kerrigan? You're real? I am such a huge fan!
Speaking of StarCraft, she likes to compare tank sizes with StarCraft's very own Sergeant Hammer.
You call that a tank? Let me show you what a tank can do.
Now, I also do want to highlight as well that D.Va likes to call either Terran, Zerg, or Protest, whichever ones are on your team, I guess, OP. But she calls them all OP, so really, D.Va, you might want to think that one through.
Sorry, my voice chat was muted. Did you say something?
Whatever you say, D.Va.
I heard Lucio's playing a set at Joey Ray's tonight. Oh, I hope they let me in.
Now, Joey Reyes is the bar in StarCraft as well, so I guess people are just all going to meet up after this game is over. Who knows, really?
Makeup whiskers? Nuh-uh. This is war paint!
Nice retrospective look at some of the makeup design that D.Va likes.
Uh-oh. There. Watch where you're clicking. This thing self-destructs.
Nothing to say on that. I just think that's probably the best line in it, actually.
I met this old lady earlier. Sylvia? I don't know. Something like that. She kept saying she had no time for games. How boring. Huh, could we wrap this up? I've got a big test tomorrow. And if I get anything less than 100%, I'm blaming you. OMG! You'd make a great plushie!
This is D.Va talking to the Murloc Murky, who is actually a plushie, I think. I need to check the Blizzard store, but I'm 100% sure that you can actually get a plushie Murky. If not, I don't know why not.
Number 1 player killer? Okay.
I don't know if D.Va's particularly talking to anybody here, but I just love the sass of it.
Oh, by the way, I know I say nerf this a lot. Please don't actually nerf this. Okay?
Now, of course, this is a really sort of common retort when D.Va was nerfed with her armor reduction, that people were like, nerf this. Blizzard were like, okay, sure, we'll do that. So I do feel that this, to an extent, is a little bit of a reference to some of the extensive changes that D.Va saw, but of course no hero wants to get nerfed themselves.
Crumbs? Gotta grab more gamer fuel after the match. Nom 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 nom.
And I mean, you don't really need me to describe what D.Va is talking about here in particular. It's of course a reference to Gremlin D.Va with her Mountain Dew and Doritos. Had to end on the best one. I'm sure everybody loves these voice lines. Hopefully you love them as well. Even if you don't play Heroes of the Storm, I do think these lines are worth highlighting, as again, I would love to hear some of these go into the game. Now with Genji, all we did was speak about the voice lines, but with D.Va there are some couple of other things that I want to reference here as well. First off is the K-pop emote for ShyShy. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't delve into that too deeply, but you can find the video that the D.Va emote is referencing in case you're interested. But also some of the skins that D.Va have are amazing in that game, and I want to see them in Overwatch. Specifically the Goliath one, which sits nicely in the Starcraft universe. I'm sure D.Va loves it as well, but it's also a little bit of a reference to Evangelion. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'm terrible at this kind of thing. With the Unit 02 sort of colour scheme for the Fiery D.Va skin. Again, much like the Zarya skins, I really wish that these were in Overwatch, but someday soon. But that's pretty much all we could find in references to do with D.Va, so we wanted to bring it up to speed. Maybe try out the game yourself. You get some cool stuff in Overwatch if you play Heroes of the Storm, so it might be worth just jumping over and getting it for free. But that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Actually, I'll leave the outro for D.Va to go over.
Like, follow, subscribe.
And take care. See you next time.